Hey everybody, it's your boy Pineapple coming back at you with another video. I'm sorry about the holding of the mic thing. I'm still working on my setup to get an arm here, so we can get a little more professional rather than good old Pineapple just doing this on his patio. Beautiful Florida day. It's beautiful sunny Florida day. Thank you everyone again for joining us and hanging out with me on this day. Thanks for checking out the channel and just being there because sometimes that's all you need. You just need somebody to be there. I had an interesting day yesterday. Um, I had a very long day at work and whatnot, and I get off, checking my Facebook on the way home, and yeah, unfortunately, or fortunately, however you look at it, I saw a little Facebook message from one of my veteran groups, and there was a vet in a bad way, and you just needed somebody to talk to. So I was there. I was up a little later than I planned last night, but sometimes you just need somebody to be there for you, and I am there for you, as proven by being up till 3 a.m. last night. So yeah, text me, call me, I am me. Let's talk. I mean, life can be hard, you know, and I can testify to that. um, but I can also testify that it gets better. I mean, got to throw a little fertilizer down sometimes to get these beautiful trees and flowers, right? It's smelly when you're doing it, but afterwards everything comes up roses. So yeah, I'm here for you guys. If you know somebody who's in a bad way, just check on them. Say, hey, how are you, buddy? You seem all off. You seem a little down. What can I do? I'm here to help. Be a good human being. Be a good person. It doesn't take much to listen. It really doesn't. And sometimes that's what people do. They just need somebody to listen to. So I'm here for you. All right. Back to our regular scheduled program. Yeah, just been working. It's been beautiful. It's been sunny. Here, the cats are just spending all kinds of time outside. Actually, Bella is in the chair right over there. She's too busy to be on camera, I guess. You Um, so that's going on. Let's talk about a little sports here, right quick. Tampa Bay Rays in a crazy walk-off win last night. They found a way to get it done. So your series is tied up 2-2. Heck of a series. If you haven't watched, every game has been compelling for one reason or another. Even the game, when the Dodgers beat us like 6-2 or 6-3, it wasn't like a close game, but I mean, they just hate to give them credit, but they outplayed the Rays in every facet of the game. Starting pitching, relief pitching, timely hitting to base stealing. Oh, by the way, Mookie Betts has stolen a base in the World Series, so Taco Bell will be giving us a free taco. And I believe it's a Doritos Locos taco, and I believe it's right around Halloween. I don't know the exact date, as I don't really eat meat anymore. But it's exciting. Free food is free food. Go out there, get you a Doritos Locos taco. I believe you can still get the nachos or the Cool Ranch. It's been a while since I've been to Taco Bell, but I do remember them both fondly. Is it high quality meat? No, no, it's not. Does it taste delicious? Yes, it does. So there's that. So yeah, there's that. The Chicago Bears, hey, they're pretty good too. 5-1. They're going to be going up against the LA Rams. Nobody picks them to beat the LA Rams, just like every other game. Nobody ever picks the Bears, and yet, like the Tampa Bay Rays, they keep finding a way to win. So that's nice. So yeah, there's your football. There's your sports. Quick UFC last night. A guy won convincingly, second round KO. But apparently he lost his father coming after the match. So he retired after his win, set down his gloves, says he doesn't want to fight anymore without his father in his corner, which is admirable. I mean, if it's not there and you're doing it for a purpose and your fire's not there, you're going to lose. And in that sport, it's not a good way to lose. It really takes a physical toll. So hats off to him. He's got a crazy long name. It's the Eagle. I know his nickname, the Eagle. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name. Um, so yeah, check that out. But yeah, that's kind of your professional sports. Talked about Florida living. So we got two last things, right? So we still got music, and we still got wrestling. So wrestling, let's talk about it. Oh my gosh, so much happened. So much has happened. Let's see here. So there's a tag team tournament going on, or not a tag team tournament. Well, there was a tag team tournament. It was a one night thing. They had a four-way. So at the upcoming pay-per-view, we're finally going to get FTR, the bad heel guys, who do dastardly things and cheat to win, and everybody hates them. So they're doing their job against the Young Bucks, who are high flying, kick, move, flippy guys who are kind of the face of AEW's tag team division. They've been there since the beginning. They were one of the first ones there. They were one of the big free agent signings that AEW got. So we'll see how that turns out. As the announcer said, this match has been like 3 years in the making because when they were in different wrestling promotions, they had a little bit of a rivalry, and now we get to see it come to fruition. So yay for us. We get to see some good tag team wrestling. There's been a singles tournament to determine the number one contender after the pay-per-view to see who's going to be contending for the title. We had to have one guy pull out from the COVID, and then we had another guy pull out after he won because he was injured. And life happens, and I think AEW acknowledges that. They realize that, and everything going on, their viewers are smart enough to realize that real-world things happen. And wrestling is fun, but ultimately it is a little bit scripted. It's fun. It's a fun escape, sports entertainment to get away from life. But sometimes life happens. Also in this tournament, Kenny Omega. You guys know about this guy? He's pretty good. Another one of the top free agents who came there, and everyone was excited. It's just been kind of nothing is really too exciting has happened with Kenny. He's not the guy. But with this new tournament, he's gonna be the guy. He there's a lot of teases. He came out with a broom. So Kenny Omega, the cleaner, is gonna come out, and yeah, he came out for his match, and it was a squash match. He came out. Match lasted about 15 seconds. He came out, did his finisher, or did his signature move, his little setup, did his finisher, over. Like 30 seconds. He just destroyed the guy. So they're building him up for a monster run as the cleaner, where he's just going to run through the competition. And we'll see if he gets the belt, or the strap, or the title. In the other promotion, they don't like to say the belt. They say the championship. Everybody wears a belt. Not everyone has a championship. That's my little Vince McMahon voice there. Also, don't hassle me. I'm local. If you know where that's from, come see me at Lake Winnipesaukee later. All right, let's talk about some music. So we're going to break tradition, and I'm going to talk about a very popular song. It's REM. Haven't talked about REM. What a good group. It's changed over the years from the little indie darling band to, they were mainstream. They were huge mainstream. They had a couple really, really big songs. Their videos were good. They kind of, life happens again. Somebody got cancer. They're getting older. Things happen. They kind of broke up. But it's good to go back to the catalog and listen. So we're going to go back to probably their most commercially successful album, Monster, and we're going to go off the first single off that with What's the Frequency, because it's a good rock song. The guitars in that are fun. They're loud. They're in your face. And it has a fun meaning. So this all dates back to 1986 when Dan Rather was walking in New York, and he was assaulted. He was assailed by two men, and they beat him up pretty good. He described it as a mugging, and it's been corroborated. But while they were beating him up, these two men kept yelling, "Kenneth, what's the frequency? Kenneth, what's the frequency?" And it was kind of a weird thing, nothing ever happened to it. And then years later, somebody was arrested for killing an NBC stagehand. And this is probably 5-10 years later. And then Rather saw the picture of the guy, ended up being the same guy. And yeah, he was trying to break in because NBC was broadcasting frequencies into his head, and he wanted him to stop. So he killed the guy, and he went to jail. got 12 to 25 shortly after he was paroled, so he's out there. This is our justice system. Obviously, something was wrong up here, but they thought, man, a little less than 10 years, he'll be fine. Let's let him back on the street. He's on his meds. We've rehabilitated him. I don't know enough specifically about the case to say, yeah, that's a good idea, or yeah, that's a bad idea. But generally, people who take meds are good as long as they take their meds, and take that with a grain of salt. I can definitely identify with that, having a little bit of a history with some mental health, being working in their field, or even dealing with my own. You got to recognize the signs and symptoms, and you sometimes need to listen, take a breath, take a break. But if you're hearing if you're hearing voices, um, go go to the hospital, talk to somebody about it. Got our arches back, talk to somebody about it. I'm here. Um, call me, text me, IM me, leave me a message on here. Um, but yeah, great rock song. If you haven't listened to it in a while, has a really crazy dark meaning behind it, that you may not know. Actually, and then to kind of put a bow on this, back in '97, when the song was popular, they went on Letterman and performed the song, and Rather actually came out and did little vocals with it, and had a little fun, because obviously he knew it was about, but it was almost 20 years, or almost, well, now my math is off, 11 or 12 years since the incident happened, and he was okay, and he was okay. So he had a little fun with it, a couple years after the song. Obviously before the murder, but, or before he knew about the murder. So there's that. Good song. Yeah, REM. Vastly underrated. Vastly underrated band. Actually, that's a vastly underrated album. Monster, I mean, from beginning to end, track to track, it's a banger, man. I mean, there's such good songs. There's good rock songs on there. There's ballads. There's a crazy song on there called Tongue, where it's him and a piano and he's singing falsetto. If you haven't checked that out, check that out. It's weird. It's good, but it's weird. So yeah, that's it for the Pineapple Podcast today, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. Be good to your brother. Be good to your neighbor. Love each other as you love yourself. And I am the table.